good people's folks? Today is October the 6th. Pretty sure that it's Tuesday. I sometimes lose track of days, especially lately. I got so much going on, y'all. But anyways, how y'all doing? I'm doing fine. Still haven't figured out what I'm allergic to yet, so yeah. Nose itchy. Today was a special kind of day. It was a really special kind of day. So at my job, I have a lot of downtime. Currently, I work in construction, so I had a lot of downtime today, and so I had a lot of time to think. And even though I didn't want to think about that, what I had just been through, I was still thinking about that, what I had been through. And what I realized is that the person that I thought that I had previously been in love with had never actually done anything for me to love. Not a goddamn thing. You see the look on my face right now? Not a thing. Sometimes we just fall in love with being with somebody. And I think that sometimes that's what we miss. We just miss somebody being there. And I think that was my issue. Because like I said, when I thought back, it wasn't really that much good times. We was always arguing. I was paying all the bills, y'all. I was real stupid, like, for 5 whole years. Like, for real, for real. Like, for real stupid. And I'm just kind of getting straight into it tonight because, hey, boo. I'm just trying to, like I always say, don't do what I did. Don't do none of the shit that I did. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, it was nothing that he ever did for me to be in love with him. It was just, yeah, exactly. In love with the idea of being in love. I was hoping and wishing and praying and trying to manifest. Good thing the universe knew what was best for me and was like, no, bitch, not today. That this man would actually be in love with me. Like, I was really sitting and waiting for that. That one day maybe he had this light bulb moment and it was like, you wanna know what? I do love her. So now he does, but now I just don't care. But then when I was in it, I was actually sitting waiting for this person to love me the way that I, quote unquote, love them. And here it is now, 5 and some change years later, and I'm realizing that this person never did anything for me to love. Not ever. Not one time. We had good memories. There was some good times. But you want to know what's even more stupid about those good times? Tia running the bill for all those good times. Special, huh? That's how I look at my damn self. Sometimes when we're in relationships or any type of, ship, we just don't want anything to be bad. We want everything to be good, and so we'll turn it good in our heads, even though we know that it's like some really fucked up shit. Like, I can tell somebody, Or somebody be like, oh, he was helping you pay the bills. No, he wasn't doing that. He did fix my car though. That was the only thing that I was really worried about when I knew that I was going to break up with him. I was like, who's going to fix my car? Like, now I got to actually pay for somebody to fix my car. This is going to suck. Or like I just had to change my own spark plugs. Like, that sucks. I didn't want to do that. I used to have somebody do that. Every time I had to take out my own trash, like, he was good for taking out the trash. He was good for doing it. Or somebody will say, at least somebody was there with your kids. No, bro, none of that. I was just sitting there looking like a whole dummy. Yeah, a whole ass. Well, at least he wasn't, you. Not that one either. Not that one either, folks. And the sad thing is, I always knew when he was cheating. It would be in my dreams, like I would have a prophetic dream, or the attitudes like changing. Like he would use my car and then he would stop using my car. So I knew that if he wasn't using my car, that he didn't want nobody to see that he was in another female's car. And I saw that sign and still stayed like a dumbass. I'm telling y'all these things so y'all don't make the same mistakes that I made. And men, we notice these things. We as women notice these things. We completely hear our ovaries knocking together, telling us not to do something. We have this whole thing called women's intuition that'll turn that Empress card upside down. And we just will not listen until like the universe and God is like screaming at us like, really? So I gotta do it because you won't do it, like for real. So I gotta do it because you won't do it. Or this is the other thing that happened. See, I believe that there's three things that happens when you choose to stay with somebody that you know you're not supposed to be with. So there's a couple of ways that, they'll get pushed out. One way is you can be smart enough and you can do it. That's like the optimal way. I'm sorry, y'all. Something's in my eye. Okay, so yeah, that's the optimal way for you to go ahead and get that person out of your life because you see that they're doing wrong. Your vibes just aren't the same. It's like everything in your body, like every cell in your body is saying, leave. Something's really in my eye. Anyways, it's saying leave, and you don't do it. So when you don't do it, then God has to take over. So in my opinion, two things happen. Two things can happen. God can make that person say, you want to know what? I do love him. And I want to be here. But I still ain't going to do it right. So you want to know what? Now, that person wants to be with you, but they ain't going to never do right by you. So now you're stuck. Now you got a soul connection to somebody that you shouldn't be yoked to. That doesn't happen. The only other option is for that person to hurt you so bad that you just don't have any other recourse but to leave And now, because that person hurt you so bad that you can't do anything but leave, now you got to do so much more work to fix yourself, to move on. Sucks, huh? A is optimal. B and C suck ass. C sucks like a rhinoceros's ass. Like the rhinoceros with Jim Carrey's head poking out of it. That kind of ass. Sucks that kind of ass. So, I mean, sometimes we think we know what's best, and then God is like, well, I'm going to show you for a minute. I'm going to show you for a minute. So maybe you don't listen. Maybe you try to work it out with this person. God say, you know what? You must really love this person. Let them love you back. But I ain't changing them. But I'm going to let them love you back. But I ain't changing them. That's how people could say, I love you while they fucking you over. And then you still don't leave. So God is going to take it a step further. And that person is going to do major damage. And then who's there to pick up those pieces? Not that person, because they gone. They done found their next person. 9 times out of 10, they're a narcissist. They done found their next supply. Because when you get mad, they got to find... When one gas station run out of gas, where you go right up the road to the next one, they got to go right up the road to the next one. But who's there to pick up those pieces because they didn't leave the first time? You and I. The dummies that sat there. Don't be like me, y'all. The first time y'all see somebody doing something wrong, get out. So I'm telling y'all this because I have to constantly remind myself, because I was in that situation for so long, I did fall in a type of love. So I have to constantly remind myself without living in the past, but remind myself that the past happened. Don't live there because the past can kill your future. But reminding myself, this person doesn't really love me. This person never really loved me. This person loved the thought of me. This person loved me so much that they didn't want me to be with anybody else, but they didn't want to be with me. Because 9 times out of 10, you all are such good people. Most of the people that I know are good people. Maybe like, I would say out of 100, if I knew 100% of people, maybe 3% of them are actual buddy fuckers. Maybe like 2.76% are actual buddy fuckers, like where I could introduce them to somebody, but I'd be like, hey, don't fuck with them because they're on some other shit. It's probably like 3% of the people that I know are like that. The majority of the people that I know are actually good people. Most of us are inherently good. But there's always a narcissist or a toxic person somewhere in there. And when you stay in those situations, then you become toxic. Right now, I'm toxic. Right now, I ain't getting nobody. I am not girlfriend material. I'm just going to put that out there. Don't be in my inbox. Don't be in my DM. I'm just not. I'm not. If you just got out of a relationship and it's been less than 6 months, you ain't boyfriend or girlfriend material either. Don't lie to yourself and don't lie to nobody else. Do your work. Don't go out here bleeding on nobody because you've been cut and you ain't healed up yet. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stitch yourself up. Do the work. Don't be stupid like I did. Don't get caught in those three choices. Don't let the universe and God make the decision for you. When God has to make the decision for you, it's going to hurt because He tried to show you before. Do it on your own. Yeah, sometimes we are too good, but that's the cross that we have to bear. But you cannot let being with somebody that's fucked up change you. You can't do that. You gotta be you and let them go and be them, and karma's gonna come and get them. And karma is a little black girl that was abused, that's got naughty hair, who is just mad at the world. I say that figuratively speaking, not literally. But don't let somebody fucking you over change the good person that you are. Don't let that happen. I didn't let that happen to me. That did not change me from being the kind-hearted person that I am. I would still give anybody the shirt off my back. But that person, and he knows who he is, he'll have to talk to me a little bit more. So most people could ask me, T, can I have the shirt off the back? Sure, you can have it. Now that person, he'll have to convince me. Oh, you need the shirt for what you need it for? Do I get my shirt back? Is you gonna wash it when I get it back? Is you gonna pay me for my shirt? Yeah, they have to convince me. Like if somebody, you guys talking about some jellyfish, you need me to pee on you, I'll pee on you. Him, I might, let him sit there and sting for a little bit, throw salt water on it, just as an alternative. But yeah, when you see it, get out. Protect your goodness. But even if you stay in that situation and the universe and God have to handle it for you, don't let it change you. Don't let it change you at all. You still be a good person because you still going to reap those rewards and they still got to reap what they've sown. You don't want to become cold-hearted, hard-hearted, because then you start to reap cold, hard stuff. And I don't like cold, hard stuff. Unless it's a banana popsicle, then that's different. But, so I guess the moral of the story today, folks, is remind yourself, if you need to, remind yourself why you got out of that situation. Not to live in the past, but so the past won't repeat itself and so it won't kill your future. I've seen a lot of that on my timeline. That's why I spoke about it today. That's why I spoke about it today. Continue to do good. Continue to be good. And if you just got out of a relationship, any type of relationship, do the work, baby. Don't go out there bleeding on nobody. Heal up your wounds. And then you go be somebody else's boyfriend or somebody else's girlfriend. I can honestly tell people right now, I'm not girlfriend material. I ain't gonna do nothing but fuck up your life. But, I mean, if you want to sit here and chat about it until I get to that point, then, yeah, that's something different. You be like that. You know what I'm saying? But be honest with people. I'm going through something right now, and I'm healing. Don't be out here bleeding on folks, because I tell people all the time, it's two things I don't do. That's dirt and DNA. Don't fuck with them. Nope. This is not a team for First 48. I don't need your blood splatter. Do the work before God have to do it for you. If He do it for you, you gonna. It's somebody used to hear in the military all the time. You either gonna pay for it out of your wallet or out of your ass. Neither one of them ain't good, but I'd rather pay out of my wallet, if you know what I'm saying. So until next time, guys, see the signs, get out. If it can be worked out, work it out. One hit a quitter. You get one shot. This is not baseball. You do not get 3 strikes. You definitely don't get no foul balls. Until next time, y'all.